Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now TGIF. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, the statues of Lucille Ball and Celeron Park were recently vandalized. Details coming up.
Plus, a Pennsylvania woman was injured in a car crash last night. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's back with a look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and happy Friday, everybody. I had a nice day off, but it's back to the grind once again. Here's a live look from the Seneca Allegheny Casino Sky Vision camera. It is gloomy. Look at that temperature of 47 degrees. This is going to be pretty much the story throughout the day, but the clouds will start to break apart a little bit as we go throughout the afternoon. Wanted to zoom in near street level on the radar because the airport is currently showing a light drizzle, but there's nothing returning on the radar. The reason for that is because the radar beam is several thousand feet off the ground, so the rain that's falling is likely falling underneath the radar beam, but the majority of the afternoon will be dry. The bigger story is this. The National Weather Service this morning issued frost advisories for pretty much of the southern tier, and including Warren County, PA, and freeze warnings areas out to the east. This is going to bring an end to the growing season this weekend, and again, this is something we've been talking about all week long, talking about how there's going to be frost developing tonight as temperatures dip below freezing. So if you have any tender vegetation, bring them inside or cover them up tonight. 69 over 46 was our high and low yesterday. The record for today is 78, set back in 1982. We're going to be nowhere near that. Look at where we're going to be through the afternoon. Upper 40s, maybe lower 50s. That's it. And the partial sunshine, it's going to be a slow recovery through the afternoon, but temperatures really dip off tonight, and that frost comes our way. We'll talk about it next in just a couple of minutes. Back to you, Justin and Matt.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you very much. Our top story. The statues of Lucille Ball and Celeron Park were recently vandalized. Both Scary Lucy and the fairly new statue, unveiled by national renowned sculptor Carolyn Palmer in 2016, have been marked up with a blue Sharpie. Ellicott Police Chief William Omise tells WNY News Now investigators used security footage to identify a chief in the case. The chief says he believes the man also vandalized a bathroom facility at the park. His department plans to release photos of the suspect in an attempt to identify him.
I think it's like a blue marker of some sort, so hopefully that statue can be cleaned up with not any permanent damage.
Well, Palmer's sculpture has circles drawn around its breasts. The eyes are colored in, and its lips are colored blue. Scary Lucy, meanwhile, has 2 dots on its chest. And anyone with information on who vandalized the statues are asked to contact the town of Ellicott Police Department at 716-665-7083. Again, that's 716-665-7083.
And a 59-year-old Pennsylvania woman was transported to ECMC Hospital with extensive injuries following a one-vehicle crash on Route 353 in the town of New Albion last night. The Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office tells us that the female was operating a 2003 Cadillac 4-door sedan when she drove off the roadway and struck a tree head-on just after 8 p.m. Now, deputies did not specify if there were any other individuals in the vehicle at the time of the crash. The Cattaraugus Fire Department and Village of Cattaraugus Police assisted sheriff's deputies at the scene there.
The state appeals court on Thursday temporarily blocked New York from enforcing a new prohibition on sales of flavored e-cigarettes after the vaping industry sued to block the ban. The stay comes a day before the state planned to start enforcing a 90-day emergency regulation banning the sale of most flavored electronic cigarettes. The decision also follows the state court's refusal last week to issue a temporary restraining order on the regulations approved in September by Governor Andrew Cuomo. New York's prohibition, covering flavored e-cigarettes and other vaping products, except for menthol and tobacco flavors, went into effect immediately. Retailers initially had 2 weeks to remove merchandise from store shelves. Health officials issued the regulations in response to worries that vaping may cause illnesses and that its use is growing among teenagers. According to the data from the state health department, use among high school students increased from 10.5% in 2014 to nearly 27.5% in 2018. States such as Michigan and Rhode Island have moved to ban flavored e-cigarettes, and President Donald Trump has also proposed a federal ban.
Well, a local group dedicated to helping those suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder has created a mobile therapy unit to better help those in need. NAY, they're the National Equine Institute of Growth Through Healing, provides equine assistance therapy and learning to help clients improve their emotional, mental, and social well-being. The trained equine therapists aid in the prevention of suicide using horses with their clients. Now, the organization's founder, Don Samuelson, says a recent donation by Happy Hounds Hotel will be used to create a new mobile therapy unit to help those struggling with PTSD.
What happens is many times you get tears, you get an eye-opening because they may not have realized that they have that issue. But it's okay. It's okay to have the horse help you through that. Again, they're not judging you.
Now, Samuelson says the hands-on approach of the Constance Project and Beyond the Reins creates a safe environment for self-discovery and empowerment so that clients can find a peace of mind. Matt, they ask if you or anyone you know could benefit from NAY's programs to contact them via email at info@thenay.org. We have that on our website at WNYNewsNow.com. So certainly really great donation there by Happy Hounds, a local business, to help a group of really dedicated people. And we first met Samuelson and her folks there at the NAY earlier this year when that military makeover show, which featured the local Asheville family, the Willets, in their complete renovation of their beautiful home there in Asheville, because they did some of the filming there at that stable, which is on the Heritage Complex in Gary. And we learned even more that, it turns out that, she is dedicated to helping first responders and those suffering with PTSD, Iraq War veterans of any type. And they do really a great job. And it's not just that specific focus. That's a lot of people in those lines of work need help with PTSD.
Absolutely.
But they help anybody with any sort of feelings or anything that they have. And it's, if you have a second, could set up a time to go and check out their facility, because it really is amazing down there in Gary. And a great collab between the NAY group and the Heritage, who actually just houses them down there. So. Hello to David. Good to see you back on the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in here on this Friday. Wendy says her cousins and hubby works there. It's absolutely great. And it looks like she's talking about Happy Hounds. And yeah, they really do a great job, especially with donating back. It seems like a great thing to hear. Hello to Michael. Joanna, good to see you. Whitney is here as well. Let's see, Pam has joined us. Great to see you, Pam. Happy Friday. Joseph and Andrea. And a lot of people are talking about, our top story today with this vandalism in Celeron. A lot of posts, how we got to know about this is a lot of posts online on the Chautauqua Lake Facebook page, specifically for myself, Matt. I saw scrolling through this morning, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I went down there to check it out myself, and it is quite a sight to see. Ellicott police tell us they are looking into this. They have surveillance video of a suspect, a man, and they're not quite sure on his age yet, but it doesn't look like a group of teens came through and vandalized this. Police say it was one male subject who they expect to release photos of in the future to try to get the community to reach out. But it happened to both of the statues. And a little background, that Scary Lucy statue that we just showed there, was kind of the centerpiece there at that park. And then a few years ago, national controversy sort of came about and said, we want a better statue. So they brought one in and had one constructed. And I tell you, that day where they unveiled the Lucy statue, Matt, I've never seen so many people in Celeron.
Yeah, I remember that. That was something. I mean, if I remember correctly, real quick, Mayor Scott Schreckengast at the time said that he had media agencies from Australia calling him. I mean, he was getting them 24/7.
Right, and certainly, the day that they unveiled it, great work there by the artist Carolyn. Horrible to see that it was defaced, but Ellicott Police Chief William Omise albeit not an expert in graffiti, but tells us that he believes hopefully they will be able to get it off. It looks like it's from a Sharpie marker. And I know when it comes to your skin, I don't know if this is the same with a statue. We probably should find an expert on this, actually. But you can use hand sanitizer to get that out. I don't know if they can for the statue. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they can get both statues cleaned up, and also some vandalism that occurred inside the bathroom facility there as well. Good afternoon to Cindy. Thanks so much for joining us. Saying hello to Derek and Adam as well. Hopefully you all are doing well. Coming up, we have a lot more to tell you about. New York State, they have sued a student loan service. Why? We'll tell you next.
But first, Governor Andrew Cuomo announces a project to combat algae bloom. Dakota.
And we'll give you a live look from the HD News Now cam. Clouds abode downtown, currently at 45. There's a north wind at 10, and for the first time this year, we've broken out the wind chill index. There it is at 40, and it's going to be a chilly day today. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes as WNY News Now continues in a minute, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
I've walked my talk. I've brought officials to meet the community. It should be a government by the people, for the people. I've stood alone to represent the citizens of the city for transparency, accountability, and fiscal responsibility. My values haven't changed. I stand for you. Vote November 5th. Liuzzo for mayor.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Located on the corner of Forest and Newland Avenues in Jamestown, Pronto Mart has everything you've been looking for. An amazing selection of hot foods, a large variety of premier headgear, and smoking accessories to fit any style. Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Stop in and visit us today.
Hi, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. Behind me is another dilapidated house in the city of Jamestown. We've got to do as much as we possibly can to knock these buildings down and create livable space for the citizens of Jamestown. We can no longer afford these condemned houses in our neighborhoods. They bring the property values down, they bring crime, and they bring drugs to our communities. We've got to stop that, and in the Wilfong administration, that'll be one of my top priorities. My name's Dave Wilfong, and I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. Please vote for me November 5th.
Happening now, New York State's governor announced the launch of a pilot project that the state hopes will help fight harmful algae blooms. Governor Andrew Cuomo says the mobile harvesting system separates algae from the water and returns clean water to the lake.
We want to get ahead of the curve. We want to try it. We want to see how it works. We want to see the volume of it. We want to see the product of it. And that's what this is all about.
The pilot project will be used in Southampton's Agawam Lake on Long Island. The project comes as part of the state's $82 million initiative to study, respond to, and prevent harmful algae blooms across New York's waterways. If the pilot is successful, Cuomo says it will be applied statewide.
New York's Attorney General filed a lawsuit Thursday against a loan servicer that handles a student loan forgiveness program for public service workers over how the program has been managed. Attorney General Letitia James's suit filed in federal court in Manhattan against the Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency says it has, quote, failed miserably in how it administers the program. In her lawsuit, James says the agency, which operates under Fed loan servicing, hasn't accurately kept track of borrowers' payments or adequately explained how it makes its tracking determinations. Keith New, a spokesman for the loan servicer, says that James's allegations are without merit and the agency intends to vigorously defend itself in this suit. The agency is facing other lawsuits, one filed by Massachusetts in state court, as well as some class action lawsuits.
And most people know a full night's sleep is essential to maintain good health, but did you know it's also essential if you suffer from certain medical conditions? Meredith Wood explains more in today's Health Minute.
For many, getting at least 8 hours of sleep each night is essential to functioning the next day. And a new study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that getting less than 6 hours of sleep each night could be deadly for some middle-aged adults. According to the study, those with high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes doubled their chances of dying from heart disease or stroke. The study also found that people with a history of heart disease or stroke were 3 times more likely to die from cancer. According to experts, that's because a deep, full sleep is critical for the body to release hormones that repair cells and build tissues. If you fall under these categories, now is as good a time as ever to change your sleeping habits. If you have trouble getting a good night's rest, see a sleep specialist to find out why. For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
All right, great tips there, Meredith. Thank you.
One trade group doesn't think America's trade war with China is going to impact holiday spending much. The National Retail Federation is forecasting retail sales will grow between 3.8 and 4.2% in November and December. That's more than the 3.7% holiday sales spike average in the past 5 years. The group says job growth, rising wages, and low unemployment will fuel holiday spending, and retailers are expected to hire up to 590,000 seasonal workers to help handle the volume. The Trump administration has shielded most consumer goods from tariffs placed on Chinese imports, but that will change in mid-December if an agreement is not reached. There are some signs that consumer confidence has started to erode, and according to the Federation, 79% of consumers are concerned tariffs will lead to higher prices, and some small businesses have already raised them.
Yeah, I can't believe we're already talking about holiday shopping, but it is just right around the corner, it seems like. So happy Friday to all of you. Thanks so much for tuning in here on WNY News Now. And Matt, I've always seemed to think that Halloween actually is the first start of the holiday season, because after that's over with, Christmas music can be played, and some radio stations play Christmas music leading up to Halloween even. So it'll be interesting to see. I know that a lot of these toys, according to that story, that maybe they'd be buying for kids, or even gifts for other adults and people in your family, come from China. So we'll see how that impacts it. But interesting to see that they've already come out and groups like that saying, nope, it'll be fine. So I know the Philippines is another big area where we get a lot of our clothes and things like that made from. So we'll see what happens. Nevertheless, hopefully you all are having a good Friday. Hello to Wendy once again. She says she might have a different chronic illness, LOL. And Wendy, the biggest thing I think with that is when it comes to the sleep is this is important to get sleep. And a lot of people certainly do struggle with it. I mean, it's something that I think we all need more of. We accept that, but there's a lot on people's minds, and sometimes they can't get to sleep. And I always take a couple of melatonin on nights when my mind is restless, and it seems to work pretty well. And my doctor says, it's natural, so it is what it is. But don't take doctoral advice from a news anchor. Please, consult your doctor. Much as they said in the report. Coming up, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's not a doctor, but he is the best forecaster in Jamestown. He has a look at our weather and whether or not more rain will continue today.
And later on, results of a fundraiser that law enforcement and Applebee's conducted for WNY Special Olympics last night. It's News Now continues.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Hi, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I'm running for mayor for the city of Jamestown. NACO Trucking, the trucks that are behind me, this business is leaving the city of Jamestown and going to the Mason Industrial Park. When the current administration at City Hall was told that they were moving, their response was, We didn't know that they were leaving the city of Jamestown. NACO Trucking went to the Chautauqua County Industrial Agency, went and got financing. They got plans for a new building. We've got to stop businesses from leaving the city of Jamestown. That needs to be our first priority. We don't have shovel-ready sites for this individual to move his business to. That's why people are moving out of the city of Jamestown. In my administration, we're going to be business first, and we're going to know what's going on in the city of Jamestown. Once again, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I'm running for mayor, city of Jamestown. Please vote for me November 5th.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
I want these scientists to explain to weather people, how do we get sleep when weather never shuts off? Explain to us that. All right, wanted to start off with the next big thing, which is our first frost of the season. We've been talking about this all week long, and it's going to be coming our way tonight. So temperatures will hover right around the freezing mark tonight, and of course, that's the prime environment for frost when we have clearing skies, and of course, freezing temperatures, great environment for frost. It's going to be more patchy the further west you go, but the more further east you go, it'll become more widespread as the temperatures are going to be cooler there. So if you have any sort of plants or anything outdoors that are sensitive to frost, bring them inside or cover them up, as they could be damaged by this. So again, frost advisories are posted for much of the area. That's all this teal color. This goes until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And also and there's freeze warnings out here further to the east, including Allegheny County. This is where the cooler temperatures are going to be. That also goes until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. These are the forecast low temperatures tomorrow morning. Jamestown may peg at freezing. Cattaraugus at 30. Look at Olean, 28. These are going to be the morning lows tomorrow morning, and these are prime conditions to allow frost to develop. Now, right near the immediate Lake Erie waterfront, there's not going to be any frost here because the temperatures are going to be well above freezing, but the farther east and south you go, the more cooler it will be getting. All right, let's take a look at Friday Night Lights. It is Jamestown's homecoming, so they have a home game tonight at Strider Field for homecoming. So again, it is going to be a chilly night. 44 down to 40. Go Red Raiders, but if you're going to the game, please bring a coat because it is going to be just downright cold tonight. And it looks like the fall pattern continues pretty much throughout the next several days. So we see no signs of summer. I think earlier in the week, that was summer's last gasps until possibly next year. So fall is here, so enjoy it if you like the faller temperatures. Here we go with the zone forecast here. Again, temperatures may flirt with 60, maybe around Erie, partial sunshine through the afternoon, but we're going to get smacked in the face because, you know, we were at 80, 90 in Erie, earlier this week, and nowhere near that. Temperatures inland here, maybe Olean. You may only end the day around 44 degrees, but again, most everybody upper 40s to maybe lower 50s. It's going to be a cool, raw day. So if you're chilled by raw days, you're going to have to grab a thicker coat. Next 7 days of your life are coming up right now, and 62 tomorrow, 68 on Sunday. The wind picks up on Sunday as well. That's ahead of a cold front. That's why temperatures will be 70. And then temperatures fall back down again. We're near 60 on Tuesday, but Tuesday through Thursday should be mainly dry with lots of sunshine. Sports is next. Don't go away.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Rejoice, sports fans, it is Friday. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. In high school football action, like Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter said, the Jamestown Red Raiders will be having their homecoming game tonight at 7 o'clock, which will be a Section 6 Class AA conference game versus the Lockport Lions. Another conference game in play tonight at 7 o'clock is the Olean Huskies going on the road for a Section 6 Class B3 game against the Albion Purple Eagles. In 8-man football, the Maple Grove Red Dragons will be hosting the Frewsburg Bears tonight at 7 o'clock in a Section 5 8-man conference game. Sticking with local sports, tonight with a 7:05 puck drop, The Jamestown Rebels will play the first game of a 2-game series at home versus the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, their first home action of the 2019-2020 season. Jamestown is off to a 1-4 start, winning 1 out of 3 games in their last series, which was against the Northeast Generals. Meanwhile, Wilkes-Barre Scranton is 4-3, losing their last 3 games. Saturday night's game will also have a 7:05 puck drop like the first one, and all the Rebels home games this year will be played at Northwest Arena. With a 1 o'clock kickoff Sunday afternoon, the 3-1 Buffalo Bills will be on the road versus the 2-2 Tennessee Titans. Buffalo will look to shake off a 16-10 loss against the New England Patriots in their last game. On the opposite end, Tennessee is coming off of a 24-10 victory over the Atlanta Falcons in their last game. Josh Allen, the Bills' starting quarterback, is still currently in concussion protocol. Should he be unable to play, Matt Barkley will start in his place. The game will be televised on CBS. That's it for sports today. Justin and Matt, back to you.
All right, Norm, thank you as always. A joint fundraiser between a local law enforcement and Applebee's last night led to the collection of over $1,000 in proceeds to the WNY Special Olympics. Jamestown Police made the announcement on its Facebook page this morning, saying that athletes and their families were there for the event. Police give a special and big thank you to the management at Applebee's and staff for their hospitality for hosting the event. And as we talked about yesterday, Matt, absolutely a great group of people there, and we thank the police departments for coming together and for doing this. And Special Olympics changes the life of a lot of people, and I know we try to send reporters to the Special Olympics each year to cover it, and let me tell you, the smile on the athletes' faces is
absolutely
is worth every penny of the donations made. So, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is back here with us, and in case you missed his full forecast, Dakota, it's going to be cold over the next couple of days.
The temperatures are going to be chilly. Let's take a look at it here, and this is the weekend planning forecast. So after a cool start tomorrow morning, temperatures should rebound into the 60s with lots of sunshine, but frost will be coming our way tonight and early tomorrow. So if you have any tender vegetations that is sensitive to frost, bring it inside or cover it up tonight to prevent damage. 68 on Sunday, that's ahead of a warm front, so rain showers, and the wind picks up as well. Some wind gusts could be near 35 miles an hour at times in the afternoon.
So hold on to your hat.
It's a smorgasbord of weather.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Dakota.
You're welcome.
That's it for us today. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. We are back here Monday, God willing. When you're on the go, stay in the know. How? Download the WNY News Now mobile app. It's so easy. Just search WNY News Now in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. And don't forget to subscribe to breaking news notifications. That way you can be in the know when you're on the go. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.